Hello and welcome to the Lipstick Living channel. I am Rachel and today's video is my August setup in my bullet journal. My theme is obviously cherries and I was inspired by this little desk calendar that is by One and Only Paper. I loved the theme that she did for each month was like fruit and some greenery, and so I really loved. I've been in this cherry kick recently and I thought it was cute and summery and fresh. So when I saw the August desk calendar with cherries on it, it really inspired me and I wanted to do a cherry theme. So I also picked the font of like just lines. I just Googled lined fonts and found one and I thought it looked really cool. I thought it looked fitting with the cherry theme, like the black and white with the cherries. I thought would be really pretty. So I just went with that. And it was actually really simple to do. So I just did 3 boxes and my quote is "Be the cherry on top" for this month. And I go in and add extra boxes to the top and the bottom. And then I do like a light tan color and a light pink as like background colors throughout this theme because I thought it needed just a little something else other than just black and white and red and green. I didn't want those to be the only colors of this spread. And so now I'm moving on to my calendar page and I am drawing out my calendar. And then I just have a section over to the right for goals, books, and notes for the month. And then the background is just little cherries that I've drawn in. So originally I used the Muji Gel Pen in 0.5 for my font and my lettering, and then I realized after I did the main page that it just wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be for doing these kinds of lines, and I wanted it to be a little bit thinner. So I picked up the Zebra Sarasa R pen in 0.4, and this one was way smoother and way easier to use. So I decided to use this for my lettering throughout the rest of this setup. So to do my cherries, I just use this bright red, kind of like a bright red orange color. I'm using the Tombow brush pen, the dual brush pen, and I'll link the supplies used below in the description. But I draw in the cherries except for like little white slivers here and there just to make it look like the same pattern that is on my little desk calendar page, because those cherries had they had like darker places on them and little white places, I guess just to give some more dimension to them and make it look like there's lighting or they're glossy on them. So I kind of mirrored that and I just left some white spaces, and then I take a darker red, more of like it's not like a burgundy, but it's just a little bit of a darker red. I take that in a little bit and color in some dark patches on the cherries, and I think it just makes them look a little more natural and more real. And on the little cutout August calendar from the desk calendar from One and Only Paper, on that little page there are metallic gold accents, and I wanted to use a metallic gold gel pen that I own to draw in those accents on the leaves of the cherries, but I ran out of my gold pen. I was testing it out and found out that it was completely empty. So I went to Target and then I went to Michael's, and both of them were out of this pen. So I ordered it on Amazon and it did finally come in. So I will be able to add in those accents, but at the time of filming this, I was not able to do that. So if you want to see the gold accents on my layout, I will be posting that to my Instagram. So definitely check out my Instagram. I post a lot of fun things there, a lot of reels. My handle is The Lipstick Living. So I'd love for you to give me a follow and some likes. That would be greatly appreciated. So I flip back to the main page and kind of color in some of the boxes, like the outline. I color like a light tan, and then I add some boxes to, or I add a extra line to the top and bottom box, and then I take that pink marker and fill in the middle line around the frame of that little August calendar page, and then I go in on my calendar page and I highlight some things pink and tan, just to throw in some extra color in the background because I thought it was just a little too boring. So now I'm moving on to my habit tracker and mood tracker page. So I decided not to give these labels this month. I think it's just kind of annoying to have like a header to these pages because I know what they're used for, and I just didn't want to take the extra time, and I wanted more space on these pages for this month so that I could draw these boxes in for my habits. So I'm doing 6 habits this month, and I just drew in a double-lined square for each of them and then draw a little calendar inside it and box that in. And then I colored in 3 of the frames pink, and then the other 3 I'm coloring in red. And then I do end up going back and putting some cherries in the background of this, and I thought it made it pop a little bit more. But my 6 habits this month are going to be read, water, vitamins, yoga, meditate, and sleep, because I want to make sure that I'm getting at least 8 hours of sleep every night. Oh, and outside. I think I missed one. Yoga, outside, vitamins, sleep, read, and water. I don't think I have meditate on this one, but I do track that elsewhere, so. So for my mood tracker page, I am just coloring in the leaves, and then the cherries I will number for one for each day. And then I can color in the shade that is associated with my mood for that day. So I did have to outline the cherries for this one because otherwise you wouldn't see them on here. But for my cherries everywhere else in this spread, I did not outline them with a pen. I just went in. I usually will use a pencil and sketch out everything, and then I'll go in either with marker or a pen. But I didn't want them to be outlined because in that little desk calendar page, they aren't. They're just colored. I think she uses like watercolor for that. So I wanted it to look pretty similar. So this is the only page where I actually took a pen and did the outline. And I think I used the Micron 0.1 size pen to do that. So now I am moving on to my social media tracker page, and I'm doing a similar setup to the one that I did for my April theme. And I had like a Polaroid daisy theme for April. So I'll pop in the video here if you want to check that out too, because I really love that layout. But I'm doing a very similar layout for my social media spread because I loved that layout and I got a lot of use out of it. And right now I need layouts that are going to be practical, that I will actually be able to use. And I really need to start prioritizing planning my social media so that I actually have posts go up and videos that go up, because I've been slacking lately over the past few months since my move to Charleston. So I am just drawing in those boxes for Instagram and YouTube, and then my notes for that and ideas that I have, and then I will label the numbers for each day of the month and then the day that it is. I like to know what day, because sometimes I post things that are specific to the day of the week, like Monday motivation or Tuesday tending list Tuesday for my power sheets and things like that. So I number down the page, and then I also put the days of the week, and I just drew some little cherries at the bottom middle for decoration. But I definitely like to track my growth on Instagram and YouTube. I haven't been doing that the past few months, and I've actually grown quite a bit on Instagram. I think I've gotten like 30 extra follows this past quarter, something like that. So anyway, I just like to see it because I know it's very small growth right now, but it does keep me motivated to keep posting and be more consistent with it. So for this month, I did decide to do a weekly layout, and I just kept it pretty simple. I just have like a mini calendar at the top corner, and then I draw a little box for notes, and then I have a big box that's sectioned off for each day so I can put tasks or notes on it, or events or any reminders. And so I'm just double lining all of these boxes, and then I do draw a few little cherries at the bottom corner. So here is the final flip through of my August bullet journal setup. I really love how it turned out. I can't wait to add the little metallic gold accents to all the cherries just so that it will match my main page. I'm really excited to add that in, and I will be posting that to my Instagram. But even without it, I think it still looks pretty great, and the cherries definitely pop and look pretty natural. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please make sure to like this video before you go, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I have a lot of fun videos and content coming out soon that I'm excited about, so I would love for you to subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notified when I have new videos. So thank you again, and I will see you in my next video. Happy August, everyone.